hello.
Doing this beautiful Thursday evening.
Yes. With all the rain we've had down here.
It has been a I started thinking when we moved to the bayou. I wasn't sure. I hate that. I'm so sorry your basement flooded.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not fun.
It's okay. I got my workout.
Are you? Oh, so are you saying that everything got a little moist?
Oh,
moist?
No! Stop! Do you tell Russ in bed
Sorry
that you like come up behind him and whisper it to him?
She likes to go
out or something.
She likes to go up to him and whisper, "I'm moist."
Also, hi, Graham.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Graham. It's the little things, that make me happy, like saying moist to him as often as possible.
Is that how you can feel like his juice is flowing?
Oh, don't say that. I don't want to know about that. There's like more things I've learned about you and Russell that I never needed to in my entire lifetime.
Oh, you learn a lot more about them when you go camping with them.
I might have to.
Yes, you should.
If the tents are rocking, don't go knocking.
Yeah. Russ is a little noisy, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Aaron's just like, I'm out, peace. I'm done.
He's upstairs, just completely yakking away. Goodness gracious.
Y'all are truly an open book.
I think after you've been with someone for so long, it's just.
I guess so.
It'll be 26 years in November, and we've been together for 28 years. So it's like I figure if you can't fuck with your husband and pick on him and, who can you screw him with?
I know.
I'm halfway there, so.
And in all honesty, I'm 45 years old. I really could give a crap whether anybody knows that I'm having sex with my husband because I want them to. Because I want them to go, shit, she's in her 40s and they're what? What the hell?
She's still having fun?
Well, as far as your kids know, you've only done it twice.
Well, at what point do they think that people stop having sex? People have sex well into late age and stuff. I don't know why people think that they stop.
Oh, I mean,
there's a lot of people that think
statistics in nursing homes and nursing homes, they have the highest statistics of STDs.
Yeah.
Right.
Getting it on in those nursing homes.
I think a lot of it is because Russ and I have been together for so long. They're like, you still are attracted to each other? Yes.
Yeah, you can be.
We are. Yeah.
Who else would I be attracted to?
It says more about the person asking the question. So it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times I think we look at our husbands and go, yeah, I guess we're stuck with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love you, Jason, if you're listening.
I love you. Oh man.
She loves you, Jason. She really does.
She loves you.
I'm gonna turn my camera off. My camera's having a little fit. I'm gonna turn my camera off.
It's having fun. It's having a party.
Yeah.
Look, okay, I turned the computer on, right? I opened up the room and I sent it out. I was like, all right, everything's going great. I went to get into the room. My camera wouldn't register and my mic wouldn't register. The computer knew they were there. I went into settings and settings was saying, yeah, the microphone tested okay. The camera tested okay. And I'm like, well, why the hell won't StreamYard say, yes, they're there? So I ended everything down, rebooting the computer, brought it back up. And now the camera's acting like it doesn't want to see things correctly. Maybe there's a ghost in here. Maybe. Ghost in here playing with me.
Haunting.
Hey, my house is built on a battlefield, so that's said right there.
Yeah, I still have him.
Dog sitting.
Yeah, dog sitting until Saturday. He's a little terror. Loves attention, needs attention all the time.
I thought maybe you just kind of decided to keep him.
No. He wants to go back home. It's like being the auntie. It's all like, here's all the sugar. Take it.
Yeah.
I've done that. I have done that. I've been like, oh, look, spoiled hell out of your child. Here you go, Samantha. You can have them back now. I fed them junk food. Yeah, don't worry. They won't puke that much.
They'll be up till 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my niece, my little niece and nephew, my husband's kids, daughters, my husband's sister's kids. God, I can't talk. They aren't used to eating a lot of sugar and junk food and stuff. And they came over here a couple of years ago and spent the weekend. And I have nothing but sugar and junk food in my house. Like, there's no health food in this house half the time. And so, of course, they ate and sugar. And I'm like, please, your kids, eat whatever you want to. Enjoy. Have fun. When they picked them up, both of them were sick as dogs. They're like, our tummies hurt. I get a message from her, and I'm like, she goes, what did you feed my children? I said, whatever they wanted. She goes, oh, no. Oh. Told her, I said, hey, they're not my kids. I'm not concerned. They can say, I'm their aunt. I'm allowed to spoil them rotten and give, you want a whole bag of gummy bears? Here you go. Have 2.
Put a whole cupcake? Why not?
Oh, I've done a whole bag of gummy bears. Have
I? I think I have. Yeah, it's such a bad idea.
I love gummy bears. God,
me too.
Bears. They love me back too. It's way too much sugar though.
Last week I said I was able to eat a whole bag of chips in one sitting. So yeah, there's that too.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I also now I remember I ate a whole bag of tortilla chips. Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Oh man. Salsa or anything?
I had it with hummus.
Salsa or anything? Oh, okay.
With hummus
is good for you though.
Yeah, but not too much of it. If you try to eat the whole tub, I don't think that's a good idea. So.
Yeah.
My stomach wasn't feeling well after that.
Yeah, I can agree with it there. I can.
See, I've gotten to the point where I have to be careful because if there are certain things if I eat too much, it causes some. I get some heartburn.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I get that. Certain foods do that to me now. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's certain things that I just can't. Oh, here we go. There's certain candies I can't eat anymore that I used to eat as a kid. You know, the Cadbury cream eggs, right?
Oh, I love those.
I can't have a normal size one. Last time I tried, I got so nauseous. I'm like, this is so much sugar. So much sugar. And I'm like, I used to love these. I'm just try to get the cream out first. And
it's so crazy how we look at stuff as an adult now and we go, how did we?
Yeah, how did I stomach this? How is this okay?
Do you guys watch It's a Southern Thing? The little shorts that they had. Okay. No. He did ice cream truck treats, okay, from childhood. And he had a SpongeBob ice cream, okay? And it's one of the regular ones, that's like these cotton candy sherbet things, looks like SpongeBob, but this one looked like a really messed up SpongeBob, with these buck teeth and gumball eyes that were looking weird and
one's normal.
One's off that way, the other one's off that way.
He took one bite of it and he goes, "Oh my God, that's way too sweet. Oh no, oh gosh, what? How did we like these? What is this?" I was like, "Oh gosh, yes, that would be about how it was when we were children."
Oh,
we ate it and we were like, "Oh, super! Oh, I love snow cones."
And you would drench them in the syrup, and now you're just it's just pure sugar.
I used to.
Who else had the Snoopy snow cone machine?
I did.
Snoopy? No.
Yeah, Snoopy snow cone machine, and you get to put as much syrup as you want to on it, and that'll make you sick. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a snow cone stand right by where they're still there, so they're right by where I live, and you have the option to put marshmallow fluff on top of yours. I know.
Yes, please.
It was so good when I was a kid, but I haven't tried it since, and I'm kind of afraid to because I'm worried that same thing might happen. I just might go, this is ruined for the rest of my life. So.
Oh gosh!
I think it was one time we were at Toy Con up in New Jersey, and they had one of those like snow cone trucks out there. And I got a snow cone, and I was putting the syrup on, and I guess I wasn't paying attention to how many times I did. And next thing I realized, it's just syrup. I took like 3 or 4 bites. I was like, I can't. Like my teeth hurt. Hurt from the syrup. I was like, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's bad. Oh, like I love Zero bars. Okay, they're like my favorite candy bar. And I used to be able to, I would love to get like the king size ones and eat this huge candy bar. And then last time I got one, I brought it home and I ate about a quarter of it. And I looked at Russ, I was like, you want some of this? I can't eat all of this. Would you like some? Because I can't, I just can't. It's way too much. Yeah, I was like, I was sitting there going, where did my sweet tooth go? It ran away. What happened?
It really has.
You grew up and it just grew out of you.
Stupid sweet tooth. I want it back.
It's okay. I have
don't
coffee
like
now.
things like cake and things like that anymore. I prefer salty and all that type of stuff instead.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
Okay. Something was funny for us. I'm glad you found one that was funny.
Okay, Russ. Here we go.
Good.
So I have a topic something that kind of happened today. I don't know how much you guys would be into it in particular, but it is kind of a random thing. So, so I play Fortnite. I do. I play Fortnite. It's a fun game. And
it's fun.
Fortnite has decided to open up their own payment way to use their V-Bucks. And they're giving it at a discounted rate if you do it through their systems versus doing something like Apple and Google Play and things of that nature to pay for it. They want the money directly because I guess Apple's taking like 30% of whatever is purchased through it.
Oh, wow.
There's very few apps that keep more of their percentage. For example, Amazon was one of them because they didn't want to release an app unless they were going to make more money off of it or something of that nature. And so they're the few that get an exception. And so right now, Fortnite, they launched this yesterday, and today Apple has banned the app from being found at all on the App Store.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that's
wow.
petty.
They don't like whatever it is. So anyone who has it downloaded already gets to do it. But if you don't have it downloaded, you can't download it. And then when the new season comes out, it won't update anymore. And so it's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens. That's until the end of August. So let's see if something works out. There's like a full-on battle there. So I don't know if anyone's into that type of gaming, but it might be something that would be interesting for big companies who do mobile gaming and how they work on that platform in particular, because mobile games are huge. You got like Candy Crush being like a really big one and stuff. And Apple gets a huge chunk, apparently 30% of it. So I don't know.
No, that's definitely interesting.
That's why I use that's why I use Android.
Yeah,
I'm
open source too. Yeah.
Google's taking a chunk.
Yeah, you can.
They just haven't responded.
But you can also get. There's a couple of. There's a lot of new companies that are coming up too that are doing freestanding mobile games on Android because it is open to open source software, and you can go in and you can modify. It's just like if you have a Mac, it's so proprietary that you can't do any mods or anything like that. But if you have a PC, you can download Ubuntu. You can do all kinds of different. You don't have to run Windows. You can do all kinds of other things.
And there's pros and cons to
open source.
Yeah,
exactly. Now, see, Macs are more secure. They're not as prone to viruses because they're not as open to programming. But you give and take.
Yeah, I know. I've been through this whole goodness, this whole because when I was back in college, I did the same thing. I was just like, what should I use for graphic design? What should I do to design stuff? And it's really just up to preference because Macs are very user friendly. They're a lot. They also have very good. We usually have more. They have better graphics cards when it comes to that, so they're a little bit better when it comes to design and illustration. And also, they have like a very good UI when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. But if you want more customization and more horsepower, you're going to want to go with PC. So it's like just weighing those pros and cons. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want? If you want more customization, then definitely go down the PC Windows route. If you want something that's like cut and dry and you want it for a very specific thing, like for instance, I want an iPad because I want to try Procreate. Procreate looks super fun. It looks super
very popular with artists.
Artist friendly and illustrator friendly. So I want to do that. But for everything else, I prefer PC. So it's really good.
I mean, my first laptop was an Apple because the college I was going to had, it was very Apple friendly. Like they had ITs there who were trained to work on Macs.
Yeah.
So I went with that. And then, of course, when I started dating Jason, he's very Android, very PC. And he doesn't admit it, but he definitely swayed me to go Android. So he then got me an HP laptop, but he needs to, for some reason, it no longer holds Wi-Fi, so he has to look at it. So now I'm on a work laptop. Mm-hmm. So I have to be very careful what I do on it because
monitoring and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you get something where you get bought into something like Apple, which I do have a lot of their stuff because their ecosystem works together. And that's how it's technically designed. Samsung technically follows suit with it as well. A lot of their stuff works together as an ecosystem. But it's that's how they really get a hold of you because the Apple phone works with the iPad, which works with the Apple TV, which then works with any of your speakers and your MacBook, and everything just can transfer over and is more seamless and easier. As a thing.
I do have to admit when it comes to hardware, I kind of like Apple more because if you notice what I'm using, the headphones, these are Apple. And they have the best sound. They have the best durability. I've had these for years. Like literal years. They've been tossed around, put into pockets and everywhere, and they still work perfectly. And I remember these were $30. And they're perfect. I'm just like, you know what? I think that's a good investment. But I don't know if I want to now get AirPods. I'm not a huge fan of the wireless thing. So, like, I get it, but I think I'd be more afraid of losing them. So I like the corded stuff better.
Well, I have AirPods. Actually, let me go grab mine and I'll show you what I
do.
I am a loser. Hold on. Well, loser in that sense. I was trying to say loser in that sense. Hold on.
See, I have these are Samsung. These actually came not with my phone. I think they came with when Jason got an upgrade. He gave me these because he's got nice earbuds that he uses. So he gave me these, and I've always liked them.
So these are my AirPods. So I bought a case that goes around it. It's technically a water proof style case. So then it pops open, you take it out. You can charge it on the bottom too. But the thing is having it stuck with it, and then I have a carabiner next to it plus the tile so that I can locate it. So it makes it with me a lot easier because if it was just the piece by itself, I would lose it like this piece. Mm-hmm. But sometimes buy a couple extra more stuff and then, it's worth the investment for what you're doing. I like the AirPods themselves. This is the first generation. I've had them for a couple of years now. They've been well. I wouldn't say like amazing, like as much I like my Beats in terms of sound if I really want it because it encompasses the ear. But I do like it because you can go in one ear and then I can go back to the other one and back and forth like as I'm listening to music throughout the day and stuff of that nature. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I'll look into it. Maybe I'll finally pull the plug. But I know I'm a very clumsy person and I literally put something down and lose it the next second. So I've always been kind of wary of that.
There's certain things I have to have. Like my wallet has a tile on it. My keys have a tile on it. For a while, my Apple Pencil had a tile on it because I have a case, a rubber casing on it. But now the thing I bought it with actually is like something they can put on the case. So then kind of you have a place for it after you finish using it. But yeah, I could say something of that nature. If you don't want tile, there's other companies that do other things as well. But those are the most useful. So if I could say anything on for that, highly recommend for some kind of locator because it can at least make noise throughout the house if you misplace it somewhere.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, we had to get I got some of the tiles for my mom because she's always losing. Like she'll lose her bag. She's like, "Where's my bag?" Or like, something else. She'll like lose something else, and we're just like, "Oh, keys." I mean, it's just like.
What's interesting about tile though is you can share it with someone else. So if they download the app and they have their own login, you can share the tile with someone else's user login, so they can locate it for you as well. And so we did that for keys at my work. And so we had it on a specific key that we needed to make sure we had located on it. And I shared it with the other people. And that way they could locate if, I didn't happen to be working or something of that nature. So that one is at least cool. I don't know how if the other ones have that ability, but that was something.
Okay. Right. That's pretty cool. I know I have a coworker that had like one of the tile things on his girlfriend's keychain for a long time, and then he broke it. But his girlfriend was not happy either.
Did he go?
Yeah, I was like, it? No, he just dropped it one too many times. That's what happens. That's what happens when you have your girlfriend's keys. Yeah, you don't need your girlfriend's keys. That's what I told him. I said, why don't you just get your own damn key? He's like, I don't want to get my own key. I'm like, okay, fine. And you're going to end up with freaking broken key ring. Yeah.
But they're so cheap. You can just go to like a Walmart and they have those like, those machines that you can duplicate your keys in. Or is it like a car key?
Right.
I
think that it was not necessarily. It depends on the kind of car you have. The newer cars, you do have to go to the dealership and get them done.
Yeah.
And or true, was it true? Not True Value. True Value Hardware is doing keys. Yeah, they're doing automotive keys. Like they can make duplicates of my son's 2016 Lancer. They can do a duplicate of it with remote. Yeah, and they can program them. So yeah, nice. So it's I think it's something that in the automotive business, keys are one of my guaranteed. I'm going to get a decent profit off of it, but in the long run, I'm like, I hate having to tell someone, your key is going to cost $600 plus $170 programming. And the blade's going to cost you an extra $190. And they're like, excuse me? You said what? I'm like, yeah.
You're driving a Jaguar or a Land Rover.
Doesn't matter. My Outlander, my Mitsubishi Outlander, the key remote was $390 plus $160 programming, plus the emergency blade inside of it was an extra $100. The key for my Hyundai, the key remote, the actual transmitter remote is $385, I believe. And the blade is like probably like $150, something like that for the emergency blade. These cars with the touch, with these passive entry cars, the remotes are the start. That tells the car everything. And those remotes are they're so intricate. When you pop them open, they're like, you see the circuit board, because we swap out batteries on them all the time. You see a little circuit board and you're like, okay. And you go and you pop the battery out and change them around and stuff. And I know I did my keys not too long ago. I did change out batteries in both of them. And I was like, I hope they don't lose their programming, because then I have to tow the car. So,
oh my God.
But usually they don't. So, yeah. But yeah, new car keys, they are definitely the newer style keys. They are expensive. But like I said, silver lining to it to me is, I'm going, at least I'll make a couple of bucks off of it, because I know how much my overhead is on it. So I have a little bit in it, not as much as,
car camera.
But I mean, you can find remotes online on like eBay, stuff like that. But some vehicles won't accept aftermarket remotes.
Well, it's funny. Well, because our Toyota, it's much older, and we needed to get a new remote because we had a spare key, but we didn't have a spare remote. Jason went, I think, on Amazon, or he did some search, and he found an aftermarket. He got it. He actually programmed it himself, and it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
some vehicles you can.
A few $100s.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Definitely.
That's so much better.
See,
What the hell?
with my own personal stuff, I'm ready. I like saving. It's when I have customers come in, I'm like, yeah, no, you don't need a deal. You don't want a discount. You don't really want to return that. You really don't. I don't like writing credits. I don't want to do that.
Jason even reprogrammed one of the key fobs for the Infinity because something was going on, and he popped it open. He put a new battery. He did some tinkering with it, and it worked fine.
That's really good.
There's some of the remotes they have you have to put a pad in them because they're getting interference. But which is fun. It's a lot of fun to sell this little itty bitty pad that goes inside your remote.
Well, what
and to tell
happened
people,
with us is
our technicians have to do it.
the battery actually, I think it was the battery in the fob died. I think it's the same time, and it caused like a short in the battery in the car. So we were able to jump the car and drive it, but we had to put a new battery in the fob, and somehow he had to do some weird override on the fob so it would work. I don't really know.
Huh.
I just let him. He did whatever he
You just
had
drive
to
it?
do, and it worked. He did his
That's
magic.
cool.
He knows how to do magic and get things to work.
So
yes, Vinny, I do have issues. Sorry. Jeez.
I think
have
he meant
big
computer
issues all the time.
Like,
No, I have issues, period.
Oh,
but
alright.
computer,
that'd
video.
be nice. Oh no.
I fixed
Don't we all have issues?
I know. I thought that was a prerequisite for life, but okay. I might be wrong.
Yeah, okay. I mean, can't say you lived it unless you come out a little messed up, I guess.
True.
Sure. I don't know.
Very true.
If a person doesn't have issues, then I don't trust them.
That's a good point. If they seem like too normal. Oh my god, yeah, there was like one person I knew from middle school, and like when I met her, she was all like like trying to act perfect, prim and proper, and then like the red flag went up in my head, and I was like, yeah, I don't know.
There's something not right with this chick.
Yeah, like you're too normal. I don't know about that.
I don't know if I can trust you.
Like you don't have some type of baggage. I don't know.
Yeah, something has to be wrong with you. I mean, you have to. Everybody has something, at least one little thing,
Where are those skeletons in that closet?
Bring them out.
How far back do I have to dig?
And I think the more you try to hide them, the more you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Yeah.
So
The
about
freak
little
flag
things.
fly. Yes.
About the little things.
Little things.
What little things make you happy?
A day without having a piece of glass come back damaged. We've been on a tear at work where every day I have a windshield or a door glass or something like that come in damaged. And I just sit there and go, okay, I'll take pictures of the glass. I'll do the claims. I really don't want to do this. And then every once in a while, I get a day where nothing came in damaged, nothing's missing, nothing's broken, everything's perfect.
Are these cars just on the lot, or cars that people have bought and bring it back?
It's glass that I order in for shops, for repair shops. It's arriving in my back door broken, and I have to criticize the supplier for the windshields. Ships them in boxes with windows cut out in the front, so you can see straight through to the glass, which is wrapped in plastic and bordered with foam and everything, and it's got like cardboard and bubble wrap and stuff on it. But these things are getting punctured and they're getting cracked. And I'm like, why don't you close that up and put a little more foam in there? How's that?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of my big things now is, any day that I have no claims, I'm good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Mine is first the time I wake up in the morning and take that first sip of coffee, I just get to like this nicest zen. Like this, everything's at peace. I have nothing to worry about. It's so nice. It's just the best feeling I have first thing in the morning. I'm like, all right, yeah, I can feel like I can tackle the day. So that's like my biggest little thing. There you go. That I'd have to say that I really, really like and really appreciate.
That's awesome. I love coffee in the morning. I think that is that's
Nectar of the gods.
the best thing that was ever invented. Yes, and you know what? I didn't drink coffee up until a couple of years ago. So yeah, I feel like I missed out on many years of wonderful coffee.
I remember the first time I went to Starbucks with you, and you were like, "Oh my god, I just found this wonderful drink," and I was like, "Hon, I've known about that drink for years." And you just
Exactly.
so much. You were like, "I found the best drink."
So excited! I'm over the moon.
That I love.
I have to agree with Anne.
That's
Just that first sip of just nice hot coffee.
Oh yeah,
And
everything
then
melts away.
and then for me is when I'm able to just escape and be by myself and just do whatever I want to do, and I'm not hearing my name. I'm not hearing. It's just me and my thoughts and what I'm doing, or even a YouTube video that I watch, because I've gotten into watching different, YouTube influencers, and just being able to just binge watch, even if they're old episodes, just being able to just do that and not feel guilty when I look at the time and go, holy shit, I just wasted 3 hours.
I love being able to waste time, and I suck at it.
I've had to give myself permission saying it's okay. And it was hard in the beginning. It was very hard in the beginning to give myself that permission that I could waste time.
Yeah, you could be selfish and do something for yourself and not anyone else. I totally get that. What about you, Grims?
I have such a hard time doing that.
Smelling my dog. That's the thing that's probably the most.
Do you smell like bubble bath?
I'm upset. She smells like Fritos.
Frito pies.
And Frito time. But like,
do you smell like stinky wet
smell
stuff?
like Fritos. Like sometimes she. No, she won't. Like only if she takes a shower, and then sometimes she'll smell like oatmeal for a while. But no, just the smell that she has, I think, is probably calming in its own right.
No, yeah, I get that.
Probably I love her too much, but it's just she just has a smell that sometimes when I'm just really sad, that I'll just like hold her and just smell her, and she wants to get away. She doesn't like it when I do that. But she's just like, sometimes she'll let me if she's like sleepy or something like that. But that's what it is. There's something about the smell.
Yeah, there are times where like the really morning when Jason and I are just waking up, we'll have Magnus come in between us, and the three of us just just snuggle together.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
I do this.
I love that.
I do the same with my dogs.
What is
I
it
kiss
with
them.
pets? What is it with pets that just make us so freaking relaxed and calm and just? It's almost like they go, "Yeah, you need to relax."
They're bred for us. They're bred for us. They were wild animals, and we bred them down to be dependent animals on us. Cats can kind of live on their own,
right?
Dogs can't really. For
We have a few cats that we have. One cat. He's older, and he definitely has his moments where he just wants to snuggle. He wants to get on a lap and he's gotten into this habit of when my dad's on the sofa watching TV, the cat will come up and get right on his chest area.
I love that. Max's cat used to wake him up, or at least like try to sleep with him. Like when he was sleeping in his bed, and his cat would come up and lay on his face.
Yeah,
but that was comforting to him because he's just like, "Oh, okay, you're here." Almost suffocating, but it was adorable.
That's why we have animals.
That's too cute.
Maybe it's because they're also good listeners because they can't talk back and you can just say whatever you want.
It's probably the most unconditional love that you'll really have, honestly. You know,
Absolutely.
They don't judge you. They don't do anything. Just you being home and being there is enough for them. And maybe give me food.
Yeah.
I think that's why it kills me when, because one of the things I love watching on Facebook videos is the dodo. And they talk about like the animals that they rescue and especially like the pit bull ones. It breaks my heart. 'Cause I'm like, how can these people just do these to animals?
Just mistreat them.
How can they
the one where the lady goes by the same spot like every day because it's a notorious spot for people to drop their dogs off. Abandon them there in the road. Like for some reason, it's the most common. And she'll go there every day, and there'll be a dog like there waiting.
And she'll pick it up and take it to the shelter.
Or like some rescue or something, whatever. Just people just don't think they weren't part of your life. Like they think you're family, and that's the problem. And they just
they deserve the best. Like it's just they don't know your language. They know nothing about you. The only thing they know is that you take care of them, and that's it.
I mean, our county pound put out a thing at the beginning of the quarantine said, "We're all for you guys coming in and adopting these animals. Just realize they are a lifetime commitment."
Yeah, don't come bring them back.
It's not just for the quarantine. They are a lifetime commitment, and they do, as they get older, it costs money.
Yeah. Yep. And take care of them.
See, that's what I want to do. I'd love to, if I ever hit the lottery big, I would buy an old farm and just adopt all of the unwanted animals, the dogs and the old cats and the ones with health issues and stuff that everybody walks past. Because to me, those are the ones who really make the best animals. And, even the seniors, I would love to adopt a whole bunch of your dogs and just have a whole bunch of senior dogs running around a farm, having a good time at the end,
These older animals shouldn't be spending the end of their life in a cage. And so that's the thing. Like when my parents adopt animals, the cats, they will go to the shelter and they will look. They'll say, which is the oldest cat and which one has been here the longest. And those are the cats that my parents adopt. And we also adopt the cats. We've had a few cats that have adopted us because they've just randomly showed up at our house.
Like, oh, you have food? Oh, cool. This is where I'm gonna live now.
We had one cat. I think it took like 8 months. I can't remember. It took a long time to get him into the house because it was one of those. He didn't want to come anywhere near. I would put the food down. I had to go inside. He would come and eat. And it took a long time getting him just be comfortable with me out there. And then it got to where he wanted attention, but he wouldn't come inside. And it's like, God, I need to go inside. I'm getting eaten alive because this is the middle of summer. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Like, it'd be easier if you come inside. Right. And he would then be looking in the window, and we're like, you can come in. So my dad said, screw this. He finally walked out one day, picked up the cat, put him in the house, and said, you're home.
Then I'm done. We have a cat now.
Yeah, we had another cat.
I do apologize. Percy has the zoomies right now.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fine.
I see that.
He's like, oh, now he's getting wobbles in there.
Has it been good for Wobbles having someone to play with?
Sometimes she's fine with it, but sometimes she's like, okay, I'm tired of your shit. You need to relax. And so like that was her this morning because Percy, well, Melissa's gets up early for work, so she's up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff. And so Percy was up at 7 o'clock this morning. I normally don't wake up till like 9, and Gort doesn't wake up until like 2. And so we're later sleeping in people. And so he was up this morning. I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to get up early. Gort was going to go with Mike's house to do the packing. And we were just downstairs, and Wobbles wanted to sleep. So she likes to crawl on my blanket, like in between my legs. So it's like a little cave for her. And Percy was just like, what are you doing underneath there? What are you doing underneath there? Like bugging. She's like, alone. That's
me in the morning. Jason's like, you awake? You awake? Yeah. You awake? Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, so I want to sleep in. Can you just realize that? But yeah, she's like, she'll play, but she definitely gets tired of his shit, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
but it's interesting how she's been fine because she kind of has been with before, but the 2 cats have been more interesting with it. Ozabel, my black cat, who's the first pet that I have, she owns the house. So this is her house. You're just in it, and she's kind of laid the law down with Percy on that end. While Harvey is more timid, so she just hisses at him. Is like, stay away from me. Like, I don't want to go right in Percy's way, and Percy's scared of her. So she'll just lay in the way. It's like, what? Are you gonna walk around me? Like, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Exactly. Try me. Well, she'll go right up to him and just be like, what do you want to do about this?
You want to start something, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. You want to start something with me?
Well, exactly. It was funny because when Jason and I adopted Magnus, when we brought him home, none of the cats wanted anything to do with him. I mean, there were times where we were afraid like they were going to attack him. So we were like, okay, what's going on? And then my parents bring home another cat, Mo, who is like, he owns the house. He runs the house. And as soon as he came in, he looked right at Magnus and said, it was like, you're my dog. And ever since then, most of the cats have been like, okay, yeah, you're not so bad. Yeah. And what's funny is when I take Magnus out for a walk, if Mo's outside, he actually will follow us and walk with us. So the neighbors know Mo. Mm-hmm. And it was actually last night, Mo was outside and he was on our neighbor's driveway, and one of our other neighbors was walking her dog, and she had to call my mom and was like, can you come out and get the cat? Because my dog is interested and I don't want something to happen. So my mom had to go out and collect him up.
I was like, but I was having a good time. I was just hanging out.
And the neighbor was like, he didn't run. And my mom's like, he's not afraid of dogs. He likes dogs.
Yeah. It's like, what are you going to do?
He thinks he's a dog.
He pretty much thinks he does. Like, if I give Magnus a treat, Mo comes up and is like, okay, I'm ready for my treat.
Yeah,
and I've actually given Mo, like, when we've had some dog treats where I can, like, tear it apart, I've actually given Mo some of them and he'll eat them.
Oh,
Like,
that's
you,
nice.
you are such an interesting.
In when Wobbles used to eat like rawhides and things of that nature, the pizzles and whatnot, Ozma has eaten those, taken them and started chewing on them. It's like, what is that's not for you. You're gonna hurt your little.
The cat's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Gordon
trying
is
this.
trying to teach the cats a different word for treats. So like Wobbles has treats, but the cats have snacks. So he's trying to teach them
There
like
you
their own
go.
separate words so that they all don't get confused with treats. So treats and snacks. It's not working very well. I
Yeah.
don't even think they understand treats. He's trying.
They just understand the sound of the bag moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have the Temptations, like so the little we get the big container one. So the jingle of that, and they're just like,
Yeah.
My cat was
my kitties are on such a schedule that if I'm not awake on days that I don't work, if I'm not awake by 7 o'clock, I have a cat on my face. Good morning, mommy. How are you? It's time to get up. We're hungry. You were supposed to feed us 2 hours ago. So, and then I'll come down and I'll feed them. And then I'll go back to bed. Don't go back to bed, mommy. No, you have to get up because you have to sit on the couch and cuddle us now. If you're going to be home today, you're going to cuddle with us for a little while. I have things I have to do. No, you're going to sit on the couch and you're going to cuddle with us now.
Yep.
And if you don't, they eat at 4 o'clock in the evening. They eat their dinner at 4 o'clock in the evening. My daughter feeds them. They will go up and sit outside of her door and just wait. And if she doesn't come out, they will scratch at her door. Are you gonna get up? Come on, you gotta feed us. Until they, she's like, one of these days they're gonna learn how to turn the doorknob, and I'm gonna be in trouble. I was like, yeah, pretty much.
We had a cat that could open up doors if it was like the flat handle.
Mm-hmm.
He knew how to get up there and push it down.
They figured out I have their food is in our pantry, and our pantry doesn't have a lock or a latch or anything on it. You just open the door. They figured out how to open this door up. So I have a baby lock on the door so that they can't open it. And I'm like, and I had to buy a pack of 10 of these things because most parents have a lot of doors and cabinets that they want to lock up. So they had them in the big packs. I had to buy 10 of these things to lock up the cat food.
You have 10 on the table.
I only have one. I had to change it out because it was wearing out. But yeah, they'll pull on it. They were pulling on it so much that they were getting the glue on the sticky things undone.
Or they sit there and then they try to chew on it.
Oh God! Thankfully, that's too
marks. We used to have a cat that he would chew dry food bags. So we would get a new bag and he would sit and he would chew until there was a hole and then food would fall out.
That's why I have to lock up that cabinet because they'll get into the dry food and they'll rip the bag open and sit and eat. We found that out when we went out to Busch Gardens and we came back home and there was cabinet wide open and dry food all over the floor.
And I'm like, two very fat, happy cats.
Yes, they're like, hi, we fed ourselves. If you want to give us more, that's fine. It's all good. We'll take it. Did you have a good time?
And yeah, we used to have a rule of no cats on the table or counters. Yeah, that rule kind of just went out the door.
Yeah, cats do whatever they want.
I think I'm gonna have to put my big kitty, my big Hershey kitty, up on the counters because my little Spice Girl keeps bullying him away from his food and taking his food, and she is overweight already, and she's not supposed to be eating that. Yeah, and she'll be eating her breakfast. She'll have food in her dish still, and she'll just bully him out of the way to go eat his food too.
We have a cat that does that.
She gets in trouble every morning. So I think I'm going to have to start putting him on the counter to eat because she's too fat to jump up on the counter. He can jump up on the counter. I know he can because he's done it before. But yeah.
No.
He's my cutie pie. He's my sweetheart. but he can be a little possessive. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we
But
have a
Spice-
cat. He is.
You have lots of kitties.
He's like 20-something pounds. He is a very big, fluffy black cat.
Oh, I love fluffy kitties.
And yeah, he is. He's like food. I mean, if it's like if you walk in the kitchen, he's like food, and it's like you have been fed. Go away.
That cat right there.
I mean, he is just
All about that food hustle.
oh yeah. He tries to do the whole like flopping like oh I can't move. I'm just so gonna flop away.
Yes, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna starve to death. Mommy, Daddy, don't feed me. I'm gonna starve to death. Look at me. I'm so small. I'm just withering away.
Yes, it's exactly yep. And it's like, yeah, I'm not buying that cat. I'll like walk past him and he's just like, you can almost see him just do that. Fine.
I guess I'm not getting any food this time. Damn.
You took my only food. Now I'm going to starve.
Oh,
I'm like, you got dry food. If you're really hungry, there's dry food. You can eat that.
they are so precious. I love them to death, but golly dang, they are such a little pains in the butt. Because they know it. They know they're so cute. I love it when they do the cute face. They like, you go, no. I said no. And then they lay there and they go, he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. And they're like, you're like, no. I don't.
It's that Puss in Boots look.
Yes, and then they reach their paw out and they'll like put their paw on your leg or put their paw on your hand. And they'll go. It's like, no. I said no. You're not getting more. No. Don't
Magnus
even.
will do this sometimes. He'll do this. He'll just sit there and kind of look at you. And he'll be like, and I'm just like, no.
You really want to. I know you do. You really want to give it to me. I know you do. I need him.
Maybe those puppy dog eyes. It's like, no, I don't know what you're trying to ask for. This is not going to happen.
Hershey has an addiction to lunch meat, and you can't get into the lunch meat without Hershey getting some. And Russ will go in to fix it, omelets or eggs or anything like that, and Hershey knows that he's gone in there to cook, and he'll go in and he'll just stand there and he'll go meow, 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 and Russ is like, no, you're not getting any. And then he'll start to rub up against his legs and being all cute. And Russ is like, fine, here you go.
Or it's one of those like cats. They'll like try to almost trip you just so you give them something so they leave you alone while you're trying to do what you were doing in the kitchen.
Purposely being annoying.
Yeah. It's funny because Magnus loves cheese. He loves cheese.
Yes, he does.
And he knows the sound of the drawer where the cheese is, and he knows the sound of the cheese packets. So I'll go in there sometimes to get cheese out to make like a sandwich or something, and next thing I know, there's Magnus sitting there, and I'm like, where did you come from?
They know every sound, everything.
And then if I don't give it to him, he just sits there like, yes. And so I'll give him some, and then he comes back, and I'm like, I gave you some. Get out of here. And he goes away with his tail down. And I'm like, don't give me that pitifulness.
Yeah. I'm withering away. I need cheese. I've been a good boy. I get cheese, right?
I do that smile. He does it like smile, and it's just like
he does too. He has a grin on him. I love it.
Little snaggletooth.
That's Hershey. Hershey has the fangs that are. He has the overbites. He has the fangs that come down, so he looks like a saber-toothed cat. And he knows he's cute. He'll sit there and he'll look up at you with these little snaggle teeth like, see my pretty new teeth? See how cute I am with my fluffy fur? I'm like, you're a turd. Stop. You're being a turd.
Yep. Yeah. But we love them. We love our fur children.
They are children too. They definitely are.
They are fur children. And sometimes I understand why people prefer having fur children over regular children.
I do too. They're cleaner. And they're easier to control.
They don't talk back.
That's the big one. Is they don't talk back.
They don't give you attitude.
They do talk back.
Well, they do.
Yeah, they talk back in their own thing, but you can't understand them. Yeah. You just know they're talking back. And it's like, no, don't talk back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you guys actually talk, like sit down and have conversations with your animals, like they're actually listening and they actually understand?
Yes, 100%. I do. I like look at my dog and just go like, "What? What do you want? What are you doing? What?" They're like just staring at me like that. It's like going like, "Oh, okay. I'm not gonna give you anything. It just says you're wondering. No." Just walk away and they're like, okay.
Do you guys have like different voices for your animals when you talk to them, or like you have like your cat or dog voice?
I kind of
think they would sound like.
I really I give them their own kind of voice depending on the attitude and whatnot. But one of the weird things that I kind of realized is that I use different tones of voices for each of their names too.
Mm-hmm.
Depending. And I think it's also kind of in relation to how their name comes out of my mouth in that sense. But I definitely, like, for some reason, I was just kind of like, that's weird. I do actually, like, say it, like, Azuba tends to be a little bit more Azu, Azuba, like that type of stuff. And then it's like Wobbles or Gibby. Like, I just used a different tone with each of them, which I almost wonder if they know they're speaking in a tone. Because it's like, Harvey and Azuba, they will come when I call their names when they're feeling like they want to listen to it, but they know their names. And I wonder if it's whether they know the word or if they know the tone that I'm using with them.
Right.
So that's what they're kind of realizing on that. Because they clearly can hear way better than us. And that's that's what I'm doing their sing-song version, and so they know it's their specific tone to do.
If I'm irritated with them, I use my normal voice. I'm just like, no, I'm walking away from you. But if it's just like saying hi, I'm like, hi, how are you? Hello. You're like super high pitched and everything, and they start wagging their tails. Super cute.
Yeah.
And do you guys have like different versions of like their names?
Yes.
Wobbles has the most nicknames.
Yeah.
The most.
Not so much.
Azu and Harvey both have different names. Pretty much Baby Kitty is Harvey. She just is baby. Baby is all we really call her. Azuba's Fat Tits.
Oh, no.
We just find like that episode where they're making fun of Cartman and about his being overweight.
Yes.
One of the ladies says, like, what do you call him? Fatty and this, that, and fat tits. It's like, oh, fat tits. We should remember to use that one. That we just call her Fat Tits. And so our Wi-Fi is actually called Fat Titty Kitty. And then, but Wobble, she has all of them. She has the Gibby, Gibblinator, Goblin, Wobble Gobble, all those iterations of that nature. And they're all stinky. I'll call them stinky when they're being like bad.
Yeah.
Don't be stinky. Don't be stinky. Stop it, stinky. The bad attitude is stinky.
Yeah, I take that back. We actually have like a litany of nicknames for our small dog. She's a Norwegian elk hound, but she's also overweight. So we've called her Fluffy Sausage because she looks like a sausage on like little toothpick legs. She also snorts like a pig. So I'll call her Tots too. So she's like, well, when she's trying to like lick the floor or anything, or she's trying to like scratch herself, which she can. So like she'll do like what bulldogs do. They'll get on the rear ends and try to like jiggle back and forth to itch their butts. So she'll do that. We've called like so many things.
One of my moms has a miniature dachshund, like a teacup dachshund,
Ooh.
and she snorts, and so I call her Piggy. Whenever I see her, she'll snort. So I know that whole they make the snorting sound because like.
Like, what are you, a pig or a dog or both? Like, what's happening?
Oh gosh, it's Pig Dog.
When they named this one Squeaker, he has a high pitched squeak when he wants something.
God.
Cool.
Squeaks. I started saying to him Stinky too. It's all like, why are you being stinky? Stop being stinky. He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
He's like, huh?
Yeah, right now he's being
I don't understand.
Now another thing, I don't know if this would be for dogs because they sleep with you, or if your cats sleep with you. Do they set a bedtime? Because Wobbles it does have a bedtime. She doesn't like me being up too late.
Oh.
She'll start barking at me and go to bed. Like she'll go over by like just outside the living room, look at me, bark at me, like not so much a loud bark, but like just kind of just one of those hey look at me barks. Is like it's bedtime. Like
Right.
I don't need to go to sleep. I just need to go to bed and I can go be awake up there.
Fridays when Russ does the show, he always does like their aftercast and everything, and I'll go to bed. Spice will come down here if he's up after 12:30. She will come down here and she'll be like, "Daddy, it's time to get up. It's time for you to go to bed." And she'll start messing with him and start patting him and just bugging him, like, "You need to go to bed." And she'll sleep with us sometimes, but she's like, "You just need to go to bed. You're done podcasting. You turn off the TV. You go upstairs. Just go upstairs." And she's not happy until then.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll go up and wake him up too. And in the morning if I've been up too long and she wants him up too, or if I'm gone and she wants him up. So yeah, she's pretty much his cat. Hershey's more my cat. He's my big fat Hershey bear. So his name is Hershey Kiss, but because his fur it looks black and white, but it's actually like a chocolate. When you see his coat and everything, he is like a Hershey bar, like a Hershey Kiss. But my daughter and I both call him Boo, and I call him Hershey Bear. So, but yeah, he has told me before, no, it's time for you to lay down. It's time for you to go to bed. On Friday nights when Russ is podcasting, as soon as Russ comes down here, both of them are on the couch. Where's your blankie? Where's your pillow? They're like grabbing they'll pull one of my blankets down off of the side and they'll be like, "Okay, it's time to lay down on the couch." And I'm like, "I don't want to lay down yet. I'm going to play some video games or I'm going to watch TV or something, And they're like, "No, you're staying right here with us." Yeah. I love their schedule.
Right now, and you must go to bed because I am tired.
Yes. I'm like, but go ahead and go. I'm not going. What are you doing? I don't want to go.
Yeah, like Magnus, when he gets tired, he'll actually go upstairs and get on my parents' side because our room, we keep it closed off. So then when I'm getting ready to go to bed, I just call him. And sometimes I have to like, "Come on, it's time to go to bed." He'll give me this look like, "Mom." I'm like, "Come on." He's like, "Fine, get off the bed." And then there have been times where he'll hear me get out of the bathroom and he's like, "Oh, okay, time for bed." And he comes out and he sits in front of the door.
I love that. I love it when they give you your bedtime. It's like, it's your bedtime. It's my bedtime too, but it's your bedtime.
Yeah.
And like he'll get on the bed and he'll curl, like he wants to curl up at my pillow, and I'm like, no. You know where your place is. And he'll go like to the foot of the bed and curl up, and I have a little blanket that I cover him with. And then during the middle of the night, he'll get warm. He'll get out from under the covers, but he doesn't want to be right directly where the fan is, so he tries to scoot closer and closer to me. So like my legs are falling off the bed.
Yeah, you sleep around them too. Wobbles. She likes to sleep on my like at my head type stuff, and which is fine. I kind of sleep a little bit lower to be by the fan as well. And I had gotten a replacement pillow, and so my old pillow is now her new bed on the bed. Like she likes to lay on it.
Aww.
And so
that's so cool.
Unfortunately, Magnus is a little too big to sleep at my head. If he slept at my head, he'd probably do some damage.
Mm-hmm. Well, she likes to she'll kick me in the middle of the night sometimes when she's moving around. She'll be like, and I just get like, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. When Magnus is like dreaming, like he'll do a little whimper and the kick, like the running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
And there have been a few times where I've gotten kicked.
Spice, in the wintertime, Spice comes up and curls up in the bed under the covers between Russ and I. And she'll get under there and then she'll go to sleep for a little while and then she'll get warm and come back out. But the bed is her property. Hershey is not allowed on the bed. She will not allow him on the bed at all. He can come up when we've gotten up. He can come up and stay right near me. And that's it. He can't go see Russ. He can't go anywhere else. He can come up and see me. But he's not allowed to sleep on the bed. She will attack him. She's like, no, this is my bed. This is where I sleep. Half the time, I can't. She doesn't want me in the bed. She's like, no, I'm sleeping with Daddy tonight. You go away. You go away. Oh, she is. She's a big old bully. She'll get between us and start pushing. She'll just start,
No, you need to go away.
I'm like, no. This is my bed, Chickie. This is my bed.
No, it's not. It's her bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just live in it. We provide the food and the comfort.
Yep.
And the pet.
Yep. Exactly. But she hates it because she'll get in trouble and she'll look at me and I'll go, you know what? I'm gonna tickle your belly. And she's so fat she can't really get to you to stop you. She'll eventually get a foot up there to scratch you. But so I'll get down and I'll start tickling her belly. She's looking at me like, I'm gonna bite your face off in the middle of the night. You just watch. I'm like, you little shit.
Yeah.
Slowly suffocate you. Put my paws on your mouth. Suffocate you. Yep.
I can't. One day that's going to happen. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night with a cat on top of my face. And I'm going to be like, I can't breathe. Go away. And they're going to be just wrapped around my head, holding on tight. No, I'm going to kill you.
And it's like, you realize you kill me. I'm one of the people who feed you and bring food home to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a provider of food.
But there's
you
two of you.
I don't understand that.
There's two of you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and she prefers Russ.
Oh, there you go.
So like you semi-disposable. I'll just depend on you.
Can you imagine the mortician?
Exactly.
Cause of death.
Yeah, suffocation like that.
Hey, look, okay, I got into an accident in 2013, right after Russ had his heart surgery, and I hit a deer. The deer was actually the cause of the accident. And the police officer when he wrote up the accident report, wrote up, cause of accident, deer. Who was at fault? Deer. I was like, awesome. The deer was at fault. I was like, that's all. I loved it. I was like, I can't believe he just put the person at fault was a deer.
You wanted to go to the deer and be like, can I have your insurance? Can I have proof of insurance?
Take your phone number. What's the best time to contact you?
Oh no, I'm like, no, you can contact my insurance.
Meanwhile, it's like, on the road, convulsing, probably dying.
Yes. Oh gosh, that was when I picked up that police report for the insurance company. I looked at it and I asked the officer that handed it to me. I said, "Is he serious that he?" And he goes, "Yeah." He said he'll do that. He won't put anybody at fault if it's an animal strike. And I'm like, "Oh damn, okay." Poor deer. Deer has a criminal record now. Yeah.
Poor deer.
Yeah.
I was like, oh gosh. I was like, I don't know if the insurance company's gonna believe this. Yeah. You're gonna look at it and
it's on the police report. It's on the police report.
Oh goodness. There is the squeaking.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot I wasn't on mute. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all okay.
What do you want? I'm telling you, he's a squeaker. That's all he wants. That's
Oh,
him
squeaky
wanting attention.
toy.
He's a squeaky toy. He's small like a squeaky toy. And then he's like, okay, chest pets, and then look at it, he's biting me. I can't see it right now, but he's biting me like
Little turd. You want attention, but you're gonna.
he wants like he's happy chewing on my finger.
Oh, there you go.
Is
no,
he young?
No love.
Yes.
Is he really young?
I think he's about 1.5 to 2 years, somewhere in there. So he's still very much a puppy. So, but
he may still be doing some teething.
I mean, possible for it, but he definitely just wants attention. He's a spoiled baby, so he likes to be held. He's always jumping to be held, or wanting my attention, or all that type of stuff.
God, I remember when we got Magnus, because he was about six months when we got him. He was definitely going through the teething. He never went after furniture. He went after 2 of my flip-flops. He chewed the straps off of 2 different flip-flops of 2 different feet. So the right on one and then the left on another pair. And then he actually went after and chewed up my debit card.
Oh no!
I had it out because I was paying something and I just put it on the table and I took a nap. And then I woke up and Jason was like, do you want to, let's like order something. I was like, okay. And I'm looking for my card and I'm like, I know it was here. I put it down and I'm looking and I find it on the floor and it's all chewed up. And I was like, that was on me. That was my mistake.
Yeah,
he chewed a few pins, but then, because we always made sure he had chew toys, and after that, we always made sure he had things he could chew on. That was it. Like he never went after furniture, never went after anything like that. It was just those few things.
Oh man. So yeah, I'm trying to think of.
Well, it's not as bad as tag teaming. When I got Wobbles as a puppy, I had Ozua already, and she would knock things off so that Wobbles would chew it.
Teamwork.
It was teamwork. They were tag teaming. It was just bad.
Oh, that's horrible.
I would get so much toys because I spoiled the crap out of her, but it was just like she would find something and just be like, okay, there you go. Here's some sunglasses.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he did chew on some sunglasses on like the earpiece.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of like the same thing was the earpiece too. Can't think of what else, but there was definitely a bunch of random stuff which was not in her normal area vicinity, but Ozba made sure that it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough times.
Oh no, we spoil Magnus. Like we'll be out somewhere and I'll be like, oh, look at this toy, even though he's got a big basket full of toys that he never plays with.
Mm-hmm. Just get it anyway.
Yeah. Get another bone for him. He's got a whole basket of treats.
Oh my god, yeah. These dogs have like a whole box of bones now. Like, I swear, a whole box of bones to the point where the smaller one, she'll go in and fish out bones. Even after you put them away, she'll fish them out. And then go, okay, I have them now. And just leave them in the middle of the floor. And I can't tell you, it is no more jarring than like trying to walk through a dark house.
And you step on one.
Or kicking it like across the floor. And it's just like, oh, I know what I'm quiet. Oh, okay, great.
Or you step on that one corner and you're like, son of a bitch.
Yep.
Oh, everyone heard that. There is no way no one didn't hear that. Great, thanks. Guess what? I'm here.
Mm-hmm. That's practice for when you have kids and you go walking through their room and you step on a Lego.
Oh, I've done that. I've already done that with my own Legos.
Oh no. See, now I'm wondering, at what age should I get Legos?
Now,
start them off on the Duplo blocks because those are fun.
But they might hurt just the same though.
But those are huge. The Duplo blocks are huge. They're fun.
But have you seen the red ones? They're still small enough to where they could inflict some damage. The little square red ones.
They could.
Uh-huh. So I'm worried. I'm wondering, like, when should I actually? Be 5? I don't know.
For me, it's going to be, these are your Legos. These are mommy's Legos.
Oh my
You
God.
don't touch mommy's Legos.
That's going to be difficult. I'm still wondering how that's going to happen because Max is a toy collector, and I'm just like, okay, how are you going to differentiate what are your toys and their toys, or is there going to be one?
Well,
Like,
Exactly.
I know what some collectors do is they put like the toys that they don't really care about, that if their kids play with them, they do them on like the bottom shelves of, open shelves that obviously kids can get to. But yeah, no, what got me is there was one year we had Thanksgiving and my cousin, she's like a second cousin or something, but she has like 5 kids. And they are absolute brats. They were at the house and I had these 2 flamingos that were made out of like the micro Legos, like the teeny tiny ones. And I had them up on a bookcase. Somehow they got a hold of them and took them apart.
No.
Oh no.
Both of them. I had 2. I was so pissed because I didn't have
kids will tag team and find a way.
I didn't have the instructions, nothing like that to be able to put them back together. So they're now, and I don't even know if I have all the pieces. They're in a baggie because I'm like, and I'm like, I was so pissed. I was like, how the hell did they get to them?
This is what worries me. This exact situation.
I mean, the problem is their mom and dad, they didn't care what the kids were doing. There was one kid, he had a toy in his hand, and he was going up to our TV, our flat screen, and was hitting the screen, and Jason like looked at him and said, "You get away now." Like
that's just dangerous if it can knock over on him or break, and then some kind of.
Oh, Jason was just like, Oh, Jason was like, "Oh no, you're not doing this."
Lock you in the closet until your parents come back.
So, well, their parents, they were off somewhere, and I was like, I looked at Jason. I was like, I don't know if I want kids after dealing with these. And when Jason and I got married, of course, somehow my second cousin found out about it. So she was like, they're out in Chicago. She's like, oh yeah, we may be able to make it out there. And I'm like, no, please no. And finally I realized, I was like, she's probably not going to, because it's her 5 kids and her husband, who I think had just gotten out of the hospital. He did something. He like sprained his ankle, and I was like, there's no way she's going to try to bring 5 kids on her own. And I was like, and if she does come with those little beasts, she's responsible for all 5 of them, because I will beat them if they do anything to ruin my wedding.
Oh my gosh.
You would have seen me going after these kids.
Freaking dragon comes out.
Because all the other kids at the wedding were great. They all behaved well.
Good. Very good.
But yeah.
I didn't know kids at my wedding just to be safe.
Well,
with the one exception, because my friend was pregnant. So there was part of a kid there, but no kids.
Yeah, she couldn't just take the belly off and leave the belly out.
There you go.
She couldn't detach it. Well, see, for us, it's because our wedding was during the day.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, and we have a lot of family, with kids, that we didn't want to be like, yeah, sure, we can have family with kids, but none of our friends, and most of our friends probably wouldn't have been able to make it because of their kids. Mm-hmm. So that's why we made little bags for the kids, so they had things that they could do and entertain, and we made sure we had a little kids, food for the kids.
That's super nice.
Yeah. I remember
that. The adults liked the food that the kids had too.
Who wouldn't?
I'm sorry. I'm a kid at heart when it comes to food. You know, I'll eat the grown-up stuff, but then if you give me a plate of Kung Pao chicken and a plate of chicken fingers and tell me I have to choose one, I'm probably gonna take the chicken fingers, especially if there's fries with them. Give me some ketchup. I'm good to go.
Or the
Be like,
little,
I like the Kung Pao, but
in the little dinosaur.
have you seen the?
Yes.
Yes.
So
I brought
good.
those home one day. And the kids looked at me and they went, "Why do we have dino nuggets in the fridge?" I said, because they were out of regular nuggets. So I made, so then I turned around and I made Dino nuggets for dinner that night. I was like, all right, guys, Dino nuggets and fries.
Did you get the smiley tots? You need to get the smiley tots.
I haven't had them yet. No, I
do
do need to find them.
No, there are tots that Chan introduced me to, and they are good. They are cheese and broccoli tots.
Oh yeah, those are good.
They are
That sounds so good.
So
because
good.
anything cheese and broccoli in my book is good together.
Oh yeah. Oh, broccoli cheddar soup. Oh, that's like the best soup in my opinion. Like that and like beef, like clam chowder and then like ramen miso. That's my that's my opinions right there. Yeah, just broccoli cheddar is like up there for like the best soup ever. It's so like comforting.
I want to go to a traditional ramen restaurant. There's a couple of ramen restaurants up in Northern Virginia.
Yeah, I think there is.
There's one here in Maryland, in Ellicott City. It's called Uma Uma. Oh, I want to go back there. I went there once with my friend, and it was so good. We had tonkotsu. I had tonkotsu ramen. Tonkotsu. I think it had pork. It had like two big pieces of pork, and the broth was like super fatty and delicious and clean, and you had like the broth and seaweed, and you had that, you know, the soft boiled egg as well. It's like soaked in soy sauce for a day, you know, beforehand. And I'm sorry, I'm like really going on.
There's actually a YouTuber that I watch that I actually think you would enjoy. It's called Pretty Little Pastels, Please. And she does a lot of like Korean and Japanese fashion and like things. She's done a lot of videos where she's, you know, goes to Japan and goes, you know, she shows videos of her going shopping, you know, thrifting, different like food videos. I think you would enjoy it. Her YouTube is pretty pretty pastel, please, because she likes to dress in like pastel colors. Pretty pastel, please, and she's Australian, and she does her videos, and she's got a bird. And what's funny is that while she's doing the videos, you'll hear like the bird will be with her, or you'll hear him in the background making noises. And it's so funny because one of her rules is the bird stays. If you don't like it, you can exit out of the video, but the bird stays. But yeah, she'll do a lot of like reviews of Japanese and Korean like different clothing from like Yes Style. You know, some of those other like Japanese and Korean sites.
Yeah.
And she's like 24, 25, 26, somewhere around there. Wow. And I just watch it because it's entertaining. I'm like, you know, she does a lot of like Pokemon, Hello Kitty, all of those, you know, the Japanese anime. And I was watching it the other day, and I was like, Ams would probably really enjoy this. This is like up her aisle.
I'll forget, so just like
I'll send.
Yeah, please, thank you. I have the memory of a goldfish, so.
I know I've gotten into so many different like YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, I like them, and I like them, and I like them.
Totally cool.
Yeah, we should do that. Like, go out to a ramen shop and just enjoy ourselves. Oh my god!
Yes, so that sounds like so much fun. I've never been to a traditional an actual ramen shop, you know, and I would love to go do that.
I remember, I think it was like middle school. I went to a traditional pho restaurant.
Pho?
Pho restaurant
Pho.
with
I've only heard it
pho
times,
with a friend of mine. Her mom is Vietnamese and her dad's American, and so of course she and her brother grew up using chopsticks. And I go in there, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh.
And so I order and I'm eating and I realize that there's different stuff in it. And I asked for a fork and her mom was like, "Why? No, you got chopsticks." Her dad had been like, "Dear, she never grew up eating with chopstick every day. It's okay."
Mm-hmm.
It took a while for her mom to realize that,
Well,
Do you know?
I learned
everyone grows up with chopsticks.
I sometimes still have problems with it.
I learned how to eat with chopsticks from McDonald's. When they introduced the Oriental sauce, they did chopsticks with them, and I was like 7. I was really young, and I insisted that I had to have the chopsticks and the Oriental sauce, and I hated the Oriental sauce. I still hate the Oriental sauce, but I had to have them because I had to have the chopsticks. And I sat there reading the directions. I remember my chicken nuggets got ice cold because I couldn't figure out the damned instructions for these chopsticks. And I was insistent I was not going to pick them up with my fingers. I was going to do it with the chopsticks. I finally figured it out after I think a couple hours, but I finally figured it out. I've never gotten since. I was like, it cost me nice warm chicken nuggets. So yeah, that's. See, I wish I had learned in a better way. Because McDonald's is not the proper way to learn how to eat with chopsticks.
Oh yeah, the moose knuckle soup. Oh, that was an interesting. We went to, I think it was a Korean place. It was me, Jason, and my dad. We walked in. We were literally probably the only first language English speaking, in there. Not to sound, very racist, but we were the only true round eyes in this restaurant.
Okay.
The menu was in all, I think it was Korean. So we had no idea what was on this menu. And it basically was just, we'll take this. We'll take this. I mean, it was all off the picture. Like, we had no idea what these soups were. What these dishes were. It literally was just guessing off the picture. It was the most interesting experience because we had no clue what we were eating. And they must have found it so entertaining watching these 3 white people try to eat this food we had no idea about.
It must have been fun.
It was. I'll tell you, I definitely left there still kind of hungry because it was like, I don't know what this is, but I tried it. Like, I definitely tried bites of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I fortunately had an Asian friend growing up, so she invited me over to her house one day and right away, taught me how to hold chopsticks. I've been able to use them ever since. I'm like, oh, this is cool. So
I'm just not coordinated enough.
You can also, if you still have trouble, you can go to the Asian markets. I know, the ones around me, they have the kid chopsticks, so they're connected at the top.
Yeah.
You can get one of those.
Well, it's funny because our Chinese place, one of the guys was trying to teach me how to use them, and I was like, just give up on me. I was like, I'm not coordinated enough to be able to do this.
I'm sure you can get it, or at least just bring your own pair and just bring the cute little ones. Get pink ones with little ears on it. Get the really cute ones.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
It'd be so cute. They have these cute little animals on them for kids, and so I kind of want that for myself because it just looks so adorable. So
that sounds so cute. Oh my gosh.
But I'm set. I got it.
But yeah, I was like trying. Even Jason was laughing at me, and I was like, "No, I'm done. I'm hungry." I just picked up the fork. I was like, "No, I'm hungry."
It's okay. Just use those spoons. Just use the spoon. Just shovel
Yes,
it.
definitely.
You just shove it like that and
Just
eat
use
it,
the
or
spoon.
just shove it. Just spear it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna head out. So bye, ladies.
Okay.
Sorry, it's crazy.
Bye. Good night.
Have a
Good night, Squeaker.
We should
All right,
probably
ladies,
call
it
a
is.
night.
Yeah.
It is. It's after 10. So anybody want to promote anything? Anything you want to
Sure.
sell, maybe, Amber?
Yeah. So I am a freelance graphic designer / illustrator. Sorry, I'm kind of tired, so I'm kind of like, guys. So I'm at Mega Designs on Facebook and Twitter, and A Mullen 0 on Instagram, and what is it, like MAJKA? That's my last name. Designs. Just look me up.
Right.
I put up a new Soundwave design. So if anyone's interested,
Oh,
community. Here you go. Look it up. Yeah, Redbubble. Here you are. I have more coming out.
cool.
So yeah, if you also want a commission, please feel free to message me or email me. I have them both. Those links are all on my Facebook page. Please and thank you. Take it away.
There's also Crystal Wolf, Wolfie's wife. She's got her own,
Yep.
and she's got also really good stuff on there.
Design. Yeah, she does.
I have a nice little collection of stuff that she's given me. It's
Sweet.
yeah. I'll definitely jump in and do a little shout out for the Nerds Have Spoken podcast.
Woo-hoo.
They usually try to upload their shows every Thursday. Jason, Wolf, Ian, and Eric. Four funny guys just bullshitting and talking nerdy.
Awesome. All right. I will say just wear a mask, please, people. Please, please, please. And smile. Even though you're under a mask, you have to smile, please. And support your local support your local artists too, please. And the ones, online.
And be nice
check
to
out Total
the
Package
working.
Podcast on check out Total Package Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, on YouTube. We're also available on all the audio streaming platforms. And I'm actually working on getting us up onto Alexa and onto Alexa and the Amazon platforms. That's going to be hopefully going on this weekend. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. And remember to watch MPSP Theater tomorrow night at 9-ish. If they ever go on time, I might actually have a heart attack. So
never.
Everybody have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.
And we'll see you next